Thank you for tuning into Fighter Unhinged. Sorry for the late update, but I'm going to be recapping main event, Dustin Poirier and Khabib Nurmagomedov. Now, what played out in the fight, I don't see anybody really finding it as much of a surprise. Khabib does what he does, wrestle, push his opponent up against the cage, wear them down, tire them out. He calls it when when he's talking in interviews and whatnot, like he's gonna smash the guys, make them tired, make them tap. That's his MO, and that's what we've come to expect from him. Poirier, he put up a great fight. I wasn't sure what his game plan was going to be going into the fight. What I will say is, he trained to have his back taken. He seemed prepared for Khabib to take his back and defend. He defended pretty well against rear naked chokes and neck cranks and whatnot for a while. But as we all know, the later the fight gets, you get tired. Poirier tired out his arms and wasn't able to defend after a while. I know Poirier took the loss pretty tough. We saw in his post-fight press conferences and post-fight interviews. He wanted this, and he says he caught a lot of mistakes that he made, and felt like he could have done better in the fight. With the game plan that he had, I just don't see anything that would have changed. It was more of a sake of inevitability, to be honest. Now, if he goes and fights him again, I really see it being the same result. Like you just need a different type of skill set to battle with the likes of somebody like Khabib. And it's a skill set that, credit to Poirier. Like, I love watching the guy fight. He's had a great career, and he'll continue to have a great career as long as he wants to continue fighting. But his skill set's just not a good matchup for Khabib. I can see Poirier beating a lot of people. He beat Max, and Max is, up there in the pound for pound rankings. So he had a close guillotine attempt. Looked pretty tight. But credit to Khabib. I saw a lot of people commenting, Khabib doesn't have a neck, so what are you really trying to choke? But he had it in tight for a little bit, but his arms ended up getting tired out, and that was pretty much a wrap after that. What I am looking forward to coming up is the fight that everybody's calling for. Khabib, even Poirier called for, Dana's calling for, is Tony Ferguson and Khabib. That's the fight that needs to be made. I'm a big fan of Tony Ferguson. He's had a little bit of bad luck over these last couple years, and injuries and dealing with personal problems. But I'm glad he's back on track now. He looks hungry. He looks ready to fight. Hopefully, the fourth time's a charm, because I don't know how many more times I'm going to be wishing for this fight to happen and have it fall through. So, I expect both fighters to be able to show up for this fight and pretty much carry it out. Now, I think Tony has all the skills needed to face Khabib. He's an unorthodox style. A lot of times when we're comparing people that are facing Khabib, wasn't never a style that Khabib hasn't faced before. When he fought Conor, when he fought Edson Barboza, Dustin Poirier, like, they all have a certain level of predictability in terms of just knowing what they're bringing to the table against Khabib. With Tony, his style is just crazy. Like, all the Tony's the type of guy, jokes aside, Tony has legit jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and striking. I've always thought the best game plan to face Khabib was going to be not trying to get up, not trying to burn your energy, trying to push him off you, trying to defend the takedowns. Just work off your back. And Tony's the guy to do it. You know, he has guillotines, he has elbows from the bottom position. He has this Darce choke that he's very well known for. He has all kinds of crazy sweeps, the Minari rolls, just all kinds of crazy techniques that you can't really train for. Even though Khabib's 28-0 and he's seen all kinds of stuff, like the stuff that Tony brings is stuff that he's not going to be able to train for. No training partner is going to be able to simulate what Tony does, and I see Tony having a chance, and the best chance in that division right now. Not saying Tony's going to win. I really don't know yet. I just know that out of anybody that Khabib's fought leading up till now, and anybody else that's still in the division, Tony has the best chance to pull this off. Off some crazy chokes. And I mean, there's a timeline of Tony's last 8-10 fights. Everybody's gotten their faces messed up by Tony, basically. And as Tony has said in interviews, Khabib doesn't look like the type of guy that likes to get punched in the face. And Tony's going to be doing a lot of that, whatever position he's in. I don't see him burning his energy, trying to get up and whatnot. If it goes to the ground, it goes to the ground. I can see Tony lasting into the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, and then after that, maybe Tony can build some momentum. Kind of like how Al Iaquinta fought Khabib. I see that kind of playing out similarly in this Tony fight against Khabib. Get into later rounds. Hopefully Khabib gets a little bit tired where he can't take Tony down, and then Tony can start, working his stand-up game, because his stand-up is world class. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to whenever that fight hopefully gets announced. Lately things have been kind of like up in arms with how UFC is announcing fights, or fighters are not signing up to fight with the latest Colby and Usman deal. But hopefully Tony and Khabib get this worked out. This is a fight that all the fans want to see. Definitely looking forward to it. And that's pretty much all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until the next update, we have Waterson Joanna coming up. I'll be doing a recap of that fight as well. It's a fight I kind of not that excited for. I mean, I love both fighters as a fan. It's just I like them both so much that I was hoping they wouldn't have to fight each other, because somebody's gonna have to take a loss in this one. And then the winner of that might not even really be a winner, because they got to go up against Weili Zhang, who has looked dominant in her last fight. So, we'll see what happens. All right, until that fight, thank you guys so much for watching again. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on the fight. Would love to start a conversation with you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.